We're solving equations today. We're going to solve multi-step equations and equations with the variables on both sides. To get us started, equations have equal signs. That's the difference between an equation and an expression. It has an equal sign. Our goal is to get that letter, that variable by itself. Variable or letter by itself. We've got some steps. If you're a procedural person and you really like having those steps, go ahead and write it down. If you're never going to look at this again, that's okay. Some people like the steps. Step 1 usually includes distribution. Get rid of those parentheses. Then combine like terms separately on each side. You're going to get the variables on the same side of the equation. And then you're going to undo addition, subtraction, or undo multiplication or division. These two can go in a different order depending on the equation. Okay? So for example, if I put x plus 2 over 6 equals 11, step 4 would be to undo this that division first before I can subtract 2 from both sides. So sometimes this order might be different, and that's okay. Any questions so far? We're going to solve for y, and we have y's on both sides of the equation sign. If you like to draw this line so you know which side you have the equal sign, that's cool with me. Does anyone know what we're going to subtract first from both sides? What are we going to subtract first?
Y. 8y.
8y. There we go.
My bad.
You're fine. Could I have subtracted 13y from both sides?
Yeah,
I can. That's another way to solve it. But you get some negatives, and I know a lot of us like to avoid negatives, right?
Yeah.
Either way that you start the equation is fine. I'm going to deal with positives. That's what I prefer. So I'm going to minus 8y from both sides. I'm going to rewrite it then. I still have 5y left. I still have 48. A lot of students forget that negative is attached, so that subtraction sign is attached to that 47. So don't forget that. A lot of students drop that sign and then their answer is incorrect. What would our next step be?
Minus the 48.
Yeah, we're going to minus the 48 from both sides. When you're doing this in your calculator, you're going to say negative 47 minus 48. It should be more negative. It should not be getting positive. So now we're left with 5y equals negative 95. Negative 49 minus 48. It's going to get more negative. I think you were adding them. Last step, divide by 5. We get y equals negative 19.
I specifically remember my subtraction.
Okay. Write this example down, give it a try, and then check in with someone near you when you're done. Give it a try. Check in with someone near you when you're done. Great. Questions about that problem? Pretty basic. Still review. Let's try another one. Let's try this one. We've got some distribution on both sides first. So we're going to distribute first and then solve for m. I'll help you get it started. Don't forget to multiply the 4 by m and 9. A lot of students forget that second part. On the right side, a negative 3 times a minus 4 is going to turn to a positive 12. Let's see if you guys can solve it from there on your own. Great. What's next? Questions? Comments? Concerns? Anything?
Nope.
Our homework today is problems 1 through 16. Before we do that, I have an activity for us, and I have an exit ticket.
Yes.
We're going to get in some groups here so we can do our solving equations activity.